Hello, good evening. Welcome back. Another day, another challenge. Yesterday, we looked at a very detailed 90-day plan, and somewhere in that plan, we looked at arithmetic, and in arithmetic, we looked at how that a topic called time and work can be done in 24 hours, right? Mastered reasonably well. Of course, you will face I mean, the more practice you do, the better it is. If you can do 200 questions, why not? But essentially mastering it via the first 50, 60 questions, understanding the core idea very, very well, and practicing it enough so that the process is set in our minds, right? So that's what we are looking at. And the challenge is that you have to, I mean, if you're a course member, you can take as much time as you want. But even as a course member, I would really like it that if you do this course in a 24-hour period, right? Because the reason I'm talking about a 24-hour challenge and not just, I mean, a lot of times on the site, various courses are open for demonstration and trial and generally sharing. But the reason for a 24-hour challenge is so that we learn what can happen in a 24-hour period, right? So that we learn to value a day's work. Also, we set a goal that I have to finish this particular module, and then we chase it. And once we finish it, our confidence meter will also go up that a topic can be from beginning to end can be done in a 24-hour period, right? Now, not all topics can be done in, like, if I say time, speed, and distance, it will definitely, if I talk about just finishing the video course also, it will probably take you 5 to 6 days, even at a high intensity, right? Because lots of subtopics and lots of problems, various scenarios, because TSD is a topic tested in a lot of exams, so there's like a collection of, and a variety also there, right? But even there, you would break it down into, okay, I know how much can be done in a 24-hour period. So can I set another high intensity 2 day project for, let's say, the first one third of the time, speed, and distance stack, or the module, right? So that's the idea. And the challenge is open for everyone. You can find the link below in the description box. Once you click on it, you will be taken to the course page. I was thinking of doing it on doing a YouTube, like a little marathon sprint for time and work on YouTube, but then I realized it's already there. So avoid the YouTube circus for a bit so that I can work on something new, and you can still try out the course and enjoy the content and learn a topic well in one go, right? I don't see any point in sharing content and a little like a little share, right? So at least one topic should be learned well at a time, right? Because I also have constraints, so I can't do it all the topics all the time. So hit the link, go to the course site, sign up for the trial. I run no marketing via email or call, so you will not get any marketing material or anything. It's only for the sign up, right? So that you can access the course. It's around, let me just check it out. So I think this is where you will land when you reach the course page. And let me click on the lesson. It says enroll for free. I will enroll for free. I think I will in anyway, but let me not enroll right now. I'll leave that to you. Now, what's there in the course is, for example, this is day zero. Hello, time, work, and grades, right? Now, this is about that if I ask you a very basic question right now, say that A can finish a piece of work, and I want to keep it simple. A can finish a job in 10 days, and I ask you how much will he do in 5 days? And if you can think that, yeah, he will do half the work because the time is halved and the work will be halved. If you know this much, you can probably skip the first video which says day zero, right? Day zero is just for a very basic, I mean, you can watch it at 1.5x, it'll only take 15-20 minutes, but that's for the absolute beginner in the story, right? Somebody who has just started the journey. Then there are examples for discussion which you try by yourself and then try out the first video. It says day one, fundamentals and shortcuts. So this is where the technique is introduced via 3, 4, 5 absolutely beginner level examples. A can finish a piece of work in 5 days, B can do it in 6 days. What is the approach? How do I think about it? And now what you will learn is you will learn the fundamental that okay, if the work is W per day and the work is done in 10 days, so in one day, 1/10th of the work is done. You might have learned it like this, but in the video, you will learn a totally new technique based on making it commonsensical, trying to introduce a story, trying to introduce numbers there, which you can handle easily instead of the fractions, right? So the focus is on story visualization. The focus is on a little bit of creativity while solving the problem. So the idea is introduced, and then we just hit practice after practice after practice, right? So day one, it says standard problems warm up. So what are the beginning problems that you will find in your textbooks or in your coaching class, right? What are those standard problems? A and B are working together. They're working on alternate days. A works for 2 days and then B works for one day. And the majorly common scenarios. Then we move into pipes and cisterns. Now the topic is called pipes and cisterns, but it is nothing but time and work. You will hear me say this in the video as well, right? That it's the same idea, same concept, same kind of calculations, and even there, exactly the same story, just the layer has changed, and instead of saying A can finish the work, you are saying a pipe can fill the tank. It is almost the same thing. For a smart person who is also thinking by themselves, they can skip the video and just try out the questions by themselves. Then there is more practice. There's an attachment sheet, download the sheet, practice the sheet, and then watch the video in case you have trouble with the. And then the official, what we call the coaching level exercise, right? So what happens is when you join a classroom program, this is where you start typically, right? There is no build up, there is no warm up, there is no, let's say, let's get very comfortable with the story before trying out these complex questions. And the result of that is so many people who are not already good at maths go back home very discouraged, right? Ki, I went, I could only solve 15 questions, and it's not your fault. It's poor design. What happened in school is also not your fault. It's a matter of environment and chance and luck and whatever. But as of now, like when you hit that coaching space and you have not done the basics, if you're not already okay with the basic idea, then the classes can be destructive, right? It can hurt the process because you will feel discouraged. So the first half is for beginners basically. So anybody who struggles with math or is looking for a new creative way of thinking. And then it just goes into practice and various kinds of questions, finally backed up by CAT questions workshop, right? So this is an example of a module or what we call a course stack. You have a very clear cut goal. You have to start from video number one, hit 1.5 playback video speed, and you can be done with this course in around 4 to 5 hours of serious effort because you have to solve the sheets by yourself as well, right? Now, how do I go about doing this, running this process in terms of do I do it in 1 5 hour sitting? No, I'm not asking you to do that. Start, in fact, again, this 24-hour challenge was also designed for those people who are struggling with procrastination. And one of the reasons for procrastination is sometimes you think, oh, there is so much to do, what can I do? So the baby step one to approach that what can be done in a day, right? So when you plan the goal for yourself, I will not even, again, even that I will simplify. I will say, let me not worry about the 24 hours. Let me worry about finishing the first video, which is 22 minutes. If I go at 1.5x, it will be 12 to 14 minutes. It has no practice attached sheet, nothing. I just have to listen to it. Let me do that for 15 minutes. You can take a break after that, right? If you're really addicted to something, let's say you're watching a TV show, you're hanging with a friend, go talk to a friend, do something, and then say, okay, I like that story. I want to get back to that story, just the way you would get back to a movie show. I mean, a binge watching TV show scenario, right? So then after a little while, you try out the next video, but keep to the 24-hour challenge. That means maximum by tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock, the topic should be done, right? Though even the course, the free section that is available right now, it's a 2 day validity. So that even if you have to sign up, I'll keep it open for a week or so. even if you have to sign up, you should remind yourself, ki, bro, I missed the target. I mean, because that's part of feeling bad and then trying to improve is part of the process. If you never felt bad, then you would never do anything because you would just be very, very relaxed, which I can be sometimes, right? So sometimes you have to kind of feel bad and say, okay, I missed that. Let me try again, right? And then next day do better. Is always possible to do better the next day. So what I would do is I would spread out the videos. I would finish one, take a little break, try out the next one, take a little break, but then stay with the topic, right? You are only thinking of time and work for the next 24 hours and then see what happens at the end of it, whether you feel the difference or not, whether your concepts have changed or not. Uh, and again, this is I keep talking about the beginner, but let's say if you're a serious candidate, right? Like you are very enthusiastic, and you see that in your again your coaching, your batch, people are not hitting your speed, right? Why are we waiting 2 days for the same? Like the topic is split across 3 days. You want to finish it in one go, so you just run through the stack and you're done with the topic. There is no waiting. There is no, okay, further what else is going to happen? My teacher is holding a secret which will tell me the third day. It's not going to happen. Everything is already stacked up there, right? Once you are done with the module, and my students also who are done with the module, then you hit to the drill zone, try out a few tests related to time and work, and then hit the CAT workshop directly, where again you will see a question pop up in every like every section, every slot essentially, right? So it's been a very popular topic. I also chose time and work because it appears very consistently in the test, and that means it's almost like a high frequency topic, which means the returns on the investment are way high. Ideally, I would have wanted to start with ratios, guys. I want to follow my whole plan, right? But ratios is like a 5 day project. I want to start with a 24-hour like a challenge so that you can feel the difference in 24 hours because that will build a huge amount of confidence. So I hope you take this up, you try it out, share it with me that can you do it in 24 hours or not, and is it possible or not? Because if it is possible, guys, as a digital platform, a digital platform, me as a teacher, let's say sharing content and creating content and courses, and selling courses also, there can be infinite flexibility, right? That okay, log in, you just need 24 hours with this course. The fees is going to be 99 rupees, and you finish it, whatever, right? The point being, it can be micro courses, targeted courses can be a thing. So I'm also looking for proof because I've said it enough number of times, and this is not the first time the challenge is being run. This has happened on Telegram and with various people at various times, right? But openly on YouTube, I'm sharing it for the first time. So do it. Drop in the comment that yeah, you finished the challenge and whether things happened or not. And if you're a course member and if you finished it already, head to the CAT section, practice there. You're good to go. And what's coming up for the course members and whatever is a English version because this is a English version like bilingual. Uh, because I remember there was already an English version earlier, so I wanted to make a new Hindi one. But now a new English one would be loaded in the course by tomorrow evening. It's already under construction, like final edits are being done, so it should be online by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, right? So that's what's up. So I hope you try it out and you really, really enjoy it. Keep me posted. And then let's say if half an hour later I create another video saying a 7 day challenge for something, or tomorrow if I share some other goal, you don't try it out till you have finished this one goal, right? So single-minded focus because uh, we are not good at multitasking, right? Humans are not good at, women are better than men, I've heard. But generally, our brain, for especially for learning, it works better if I focus on one thing at a time. So, deep dive, finish it quickly, and then come out, and then you can celebrate and have fun because 2 days, the 3 days, 4 days topic you've done in a day, right? So, you can reward yourself later after this. So, this is it for this little mini session. Uh, Rest of the questions I'll answer later. I just wanted to set out what the challenge is. Somebody saying, what are the languages? This arithmetic section that I'm sharing right now is in English, half Hindi, half English, the common tongue of the country. Rest all the other modules, number system, geometry, algebra, purely in English. DILR is purely in English. Reading comprehension is purely in English. Critical thinking, again, I've tried making a Hindi version because I know sometimes the language is problematic for some people. So you will find, and eventually, guys, because it is quite expensive to create those studio edition versions, it takes time, it's a slow process. It's not as profitable as running a live batch, right? So eventually, I want to make all of them in two languages: geometry in Hindi and number system in Hindi and algebra in Hindi as well. But as of now, this is what the status is. Most of my students are bilingual anyway, right? So do that, dive in, and keep me posted, right? Leave a comment saying that you did it, did you manage it or not. That will encourage me also to say, yeah, I know it can be done in 24 hours. So next time I tell a student, I'll be like, no, 15 people see, read the comments, they've done it in 24 hours. So finish it and let me know. I will see you really soon with the next thing.